One woman from England, her name is June Smith, has a story that I'm going to tell you. It's very funny. When June was 13, she had a good friend growing up. June came from an average family. She wasn't rich or poor, but her friend came from a loaded family. They had a big house, all these fancy things, and her friend would always invite June over to eat. June wanted to invite her over to eat, so she decided to go up to her mom, who's deaf, and begged her to doll up the house, get fancy silverware, glasses, the whole spiel, make it look really nice. Mom said, okay, you want to invite that girl and her family over. All right, sure, I can do that for you. June was so excited. She went up to her best friend and said, you want to come over to my house to eat, bring your family over to my home? Her friend said, are you sure? My friend is very snobby. They're rich. But she said, don't worry, we'll cook. It'll be fancy. It'll be fine. They set up a date. They agreed on everything. And then when the day finally came, the rich family came over to June's house. They entered their home, looked around, said, okay. So they sat down to eat. The deaf family sat on one side and the hearing family sat on the other side. The best friends sat next to each other, of course. They were chatting it up. June was telling all these stories. Her mom was standing up and she was going to put a bowl of potatoes on the table. As the girl was telling the story, her finger hit the mother's mouth and her fake teeth flew out of her mouth onto the table. The rich people looked over, looked at the teeth in shock. The deaf mom looked at the mom and said, I didn't know you had fake teeth. And the mom really carefully picked up the teeth and ran. The girl was so embarrassed. The rich family got up and left. The girl said, I'm so sorry. June said, I'm so sorry. Maybe another time. And the rich family left. The girl was so embarrassed. She was bright red and she said, Mom, you never told me you had fake teeth. She was mortified. She would never forget that moment. I thought that was so funny. I was laughing so hard when I first heard that story.